Stop wasting money on wilted supermarket herbs that die in 3 days. What if I told you there's one Mediterranean plant that'll save you over $200 a year and literally grows like it's trying to take over your garden? Welcome back to Garden Mentor, where we turn your outdoor space into a money-saving paradise. If you're new here, stick around because today's lineup is going to change how you think about cooking forever. And for my regulars, you know we're about to dig into something good. Real quick, grab that subscribe button before we start. It's free, takes half a second, and you'll never miss another budget-friendly gardening hack. Now, let's get into this. I'm breaking down 5 kitchen herbs that'll transform your meals, slash your grocery bills, and honestly, they're so ridiculously easy to grow, you'll wonder why you ever bought them from store. But here's the twist. I'm not just listing plants. I'm showing you which varieties actually matter, the mistakes killing your herbs before they even start, and the one watering secret nobody talks about. Sound good? Let's go. Starting at number 5, we've got basil. But hold on. Before you roll your eyes thinking you already know everything about this plant, let me stop you right there. Most people are growing the wrong type and don't even realize it. Here's what I mean. Sweet Genovese basil, that's your pasta, your caprese, your pesto champion. Thai basil, completely different flavor profile. Anise notes, purple stems, perfect for stir-fries and curries. Lemon basil, game changer for fish dishes and iced tea. See where I'm going with this? Now, here's the part that'll save your basil from turning into a sad, leggy mess. Pinching. Every single time your plant grows about 6 inches tall, pinch off the top 2 leaves. I know it feels wrong, like you're stunting growth, but you're actually doing the opposite. This forces the plant to bush out instead of shooting straight up and flowering. And flowering is your enemy here. Once basil flowers, the leaves turn bitter and production basically stops. So every few days, walk over, pinch the tops, and you'll have a thick, productive plant instead of a tall, useless stick. Temperature is the other secret. Basil is a warm weather diva. If it gets below 50 degrees Fahrenheit at night, your plant will sulk, turn black, and possibly die on you. So if you're in a cooler climate, keep it in a pot near a sunny window indoors, or wait until the soil is consistently warm before planting outside. One more thing, watering. Basil loves moisture but hates wet feet. Water deeply when the top inch of soil feels dry, but make sure your pot or garden bed drains well. Soggy roots equal root rot, and root rot equals dead basil. Simple as that. Starting from seed, you'll have baby plants in about 5 to 7 days. From a grocery store cutting, stick it in water, wait for roots to sprout in about a week, then plant it. Either way, you're looking at fresh basil for pennies. Number 4 is mint, and this is where things get interesting. Mint is the herb equivalent of that friend who shows up uninvited and never leaves. It spreads like wildfire, takes over garden beds, and honestly, that's exactly why you want it. But here's the strategy. Never, and I mean never, plant mint directly in your garden bed unless you want it to dominate everything else. Instead, grow in a container. Even if you're putting that container in the ground, keep it contained. This way, you control the chaos. Now, variety matters here too. Peppermint is your classic mojito, tea, and dessert hero. Spearmint is milder, sweeter, better for salads and Middle Eastern dishes. Chocolate mint. Yes, it's real, and yes, it tastes like an after-dinner mint. Mojito mint is specifically bred for cocktails. Higher oil content, stronger flavor. Here's the maintenance hack nobody mentions. Mint gets straggly and loses flavor if you let it flower. So just like basil, keep trimming those tops. The more you harvest, the bushier it gets and the better it tastes. Mint is also ridiculously forgiving. Forgot to water it? It'll bounce back. Overwatered it? Probably fine. Full sun? Great. Partial shade? Also great. It's almost impossible to kill, which makes it perfect for beginners or anyone who tends to forget their plants exist. And here's a bonus tip. If you've got pests like aphids or ants in your garden, plant mint nearby. The strong scent naturally repels them. You're basically getting pest control and fresh herbs in one plant. Propagation is laughably easy. Cut a stem, stick it in water, wait for roots, plant it. Or, if your mint is already established, dig up a section of roots, and replant elsewhere. You'll have new plants in days. Coming in at number 3, rosemary. This is the herb that'll make you look like a professional gardener, even if you have no idea what you're doing. Here's why. Rosemary is drought-tolerant, pest-resistant, and perennial in most climates. Plant it once, and it'll keep giving you aromatic branches for years. We're talking 5, 10, even 20 years if you treat it right. But here's the variety breakdown. Upright rosemary grows tall and narrow, perfect for hedges or tight spaces. Trailing rosemary spills over edges, gorgeous in hanging baskets or retaining walls. Tuscan blue has bright blue flowers and intense flavor. ARP is cold-hardy and survives freezing temperatures better than most. Now, the biggest mistake people make with rosemary? Overwatering. This Mediterranean native thrives in dry, well-drained soil. If you're watering it every day, you're drowning it. Let the soil dry out completely between waterings. In fact, rosemary does better slightly neglected than overly pampered. Sunlight is non-negotiable. Rosemary needs at least 6 hours of direct sun daily. Less than that, and you'll get weak, flavorless growth. If you're growing it indoors, put it in your sunniest window or use a grow light. Harvesting is where the magic happens. Don't be shy about cutting branches. Regular trimming keeps the plant compact and encourages new growth. Plus, you get fresh rosemary for roasted potatoes, grilled chicken, focaccia bread. Honestly, the culinary uses are endless. Here's a pro move. Take your rosemary cuttings in spring or early summer. Strip the bottom leaves, dip the cut end in rooting hormone if you have it. Not necessary but helpful. And stick it in moist soil or a mix of sand and peat. Keep it humid with a plastic bag over the top, and you'll see roots in about 3 to 4 weeks. One last thing, if your rosemary starts looking woody and stops producing as many leaves, it's time for a hard prune. Cut it back by about 1/3 in early spring, and it'll rejuvenate with fresh, tender growth. All right, quick pause. If you're getting value from this, smash that like button. It genuinely helps more people discover these tips, and I appreciate you. Also, drop a comment below and tell me which herb you're most excited to grow. I read every single one, and I love hearing from you. Now, back to the countdown. Number 2 is going to surprise you. Number 2 is parsley, and before you scroll past thinking this is boring, let me change your mind. Parsley is wildly underrated. It's packed with vitamins A, C, and K, supports kidney function, freshens breath naturally, and adds a clean, bright flavor to literally anything you cook. But here's what most people don't know. There are 2 completely different types, and picking the wrong one matters. Flatleaf parsley, also called Italian parsley, has a robust, slightly peppery flavor. This is what chefs use. It holds up to heat, doesn't wilt immediately, and works in everything from chimichurri to tabbouleh. Curly parsley is milder, prettier, and mostly used as a garnish. It's fine, but if you actually want to cook with parsley, go flat leaf every time. Now here's the quirk. Parsley is a slow starter. Seeds can take up to 3 weeks to germinate because they have natural oils that inhibit sprouting. The trick? Soak your seeds in warm water overnight before planting. This softens the coating and speeds things up dramatically. Once it's growing, parsley is biennial, meaning it lives for 2 years. The first year, you get loads of leaves. The second year, it flowers, sets seed, and dies. Most gardeners treat it as an annual and replant every year because second-year leaves turn bitter. Watering is straightforward. Parsley likes consistently moist soil, but not waterlogged conditions. Mulch around the base to retain moisture and keep roots cool, especially in hot climates. And here's a harvesting tip that extends your yield. Always cut from the outer stems first, leaving the center to keep growing. If you strip the middle, you stunt the plant. Take from the outside, and it'll keep pushing out new growth from the center. Parsley also freezes beautifully. Chop it up, pack into ice cube trays, cover with water or olive oil, freeze, and you've got instant flavor bombs for soups, stews, and sauces all winter long. And finally, number 1, oregano. This is the herb that'll save you the most money, require the least effort, and deliver the most flavor. Seriously, if you only grow 1 herb from this entire list, Make it oregano. Here's why. A small container of fresh oregano at the grocery store costs around $3 to $4 and lasts maybe a week. A single oregano plant costs about the same, produces for months, and comes back year after year. We're talking hundreds of dollars in savings over just a few seasons. But variety is crucial here. Greek oregano is the gold standard. Intense, pungent, perfect for Mediterranean dishes. Italian oregano is milder and sweeter. Mexican oregano is technically a different plant entirely, with citrus notes that pair perfectly with salsas and tacos. Syrian oregano has a sharp, almost spicy kick. Now here's the secret to explosive growth. Oregano loves poor soil. I know that sounds backward, but rich, heavily fertilized soil makes oregano grow fast and flavorless. Lean, rocky, well-drained soil produces smaller plants with way more concentrated oils and flavor. So skip the compost and let it struggle a bit. It'll thank you with better taste. Sunlight and drainage are the only two things oregano demands. Give it 6 hours of sun minimum in soil that doesn't stay soggy, and you're golden. It handles drought, heat, cold snaps, neglect, pretty much anything except wet feet. Pruning keeps it productive. Cut it back by half in early summer before it flowers, and you'll get a second flush of growth. Let it flower, and bees will absolutely love you, but leaf production slows down. Drying oregano is where the magic really happens. Fresh oregano is nice, but dried oregano is where the flavor concentrates and intensifies. Harvest branches in the morning after the dew dries, bundle them with twine, hang them upside down in a dark, dry spot for about 2 weeks, then strip the leaves and store them in an airtight jar. You just made your own spice rack staple for free. Propagation is almost too easy. Oregano spreads through runners, so you can dig up sections and replant them. Or take cuttings in spring, stick them in water or soil, and watch them root in about 10 days. One plant turns into 5, then 10, then you're giving them away to neighbors. And there you have it, 5 kitchen herbs that'll change your cooking, save you serious money, and grow with almost zero drama. Basil for freshness, mint for versatility, rosemary for elegance, parsley for health, and oregano for sheer value and flavor. Here's your action plan. Pick one herb from this list. Just one. Get started this week. Once it's thriving, add another. Before you know it, you'll have a full kitchen garden producing more than you can use, and you'll never look at store-bought herbs the same way again. If this video helped you out, do me a favor. Hit that like button, share it with someone who loves cooking or gardening, and subscribe if you haven't already. We got tons more budget-friendly gardening content coming your way, and I don't want you to miss it. Drop a comment and tell me, which herb are you starting with? Or if you're already growing these, what's your biggest tip for beginners? I love learning from you as much as you learn from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Now, get out there and start growing.